Good morning, dear students. I am Professor Basavaraj Choche. Welcome you all for today's lecture of Elements of Cost and Market Analysis, Module number 2, video number 20. In previous class, we have seen the various types of demand. Now, we are supposed to see the elasticity of demand. In elasticity of demand, to begin with, let's look at the definition of the elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand is the responsiveness of the quantity demanded of a commodity to change in one of the variables on which demand depends. Which means, if the change in any of the dependent variable happens, how much demand or quantity demanded will change. Seeing this relationship is or the responsiveness of how demand changes along with the change in the variables on which demand is dependent is known as elasticity of demand. In other words, it is the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage in one of the variable of which demand depends. Now, the way how demand responds with the changes in its variable is linked with the variables. So here, the responsiveness or the percentage change in demand along with the changes of, say, the variables of demand. Now these variables may be changed with slight percentage, but how much percentage the change in demand will happen, those things we are supposed to see. Now here, the variables on which demand is dependent is, first one, the price of the commodity. If the prices of the commodity are changed, or the slight change in price may also respond with the changes in the demand of the commodity. So this responsiveness of price and, say, demand, or the percentage how much demand is changed with the change in price of the commodity is also measured. So here this kind of change or this kind of change is known as price elasticity of demand. So the change in price will lead to change in demand. The percentage change, what happens, studying of this is known as elasticity of demand, and will related to price elasticity of demand. The next, price of related commodities. The related commodity prices also make an impact. So demand is dependent on related commodities as well. So these related commodities prices will vary, and along with this varies the quantity demanded or the percentage how much quantity demanded is being changing. So this kind of elasticity is known as cross elasticity of demand. The next is income. Based upon income, the demand of products will also change. If the income is increasing, we may increase our demand. If the income is decreasing, we may decrease our demand. So this change or this move is known as income elasticity of demand. So demand is dependent on income as well. So this changes, how much percentage change in income is being changed with demand is also studied. The next is advertisement. Advertisement will also make an impact on the quantity demanded or the changes in the quantity demanded. So therefore, the advertisement will also make an impact on the quantity demanded, and the responsiveness or the change is measured. This measurement is known as advertisement elasticity of demand. So here, this is the, say, important aspects on which the demand is dependent, and the responsive change in these variable dependence, demand will change, and the measurement of this relationship is known as elasticity of demand. The small problems may come for calculation of elasticity of demand for 5 marks. Those problems we shall see in upcoming classes. But we should remember that elasticity of demand means the responsiveness of the quantity demanded of a commodity to change in one of the variables on which demand is dependent. So variables on which demand is dependent are price of the commodity, price of related commodities, income and advertisement. Now we shall see some of the examples how this responsiveness or the elasticity of demand practically happens, or the changes in the variable prices will lead to change in the quantity demanded. The first example is the prices of a radio fall from rupees 500 to rupees 400 per unit. As a result, the demand increases from 100 units to 150 units. In this first situation, the prices of radio were rupees 500, and at that point of time 100 units of radios were demanded. But the price changed and it reduced from 500 to 400, and at that point of time the demand increased from 100 units to 150 units. So here the percentage change, 100 rupees price has been changed and 50 units have been increased in demand. So this is how the changes are measured. The second example, due to government subsidy, the price of wheat falls from rupees 10 kg to rupees 9 per kg. Due to this, the demand increased from 500 kg to 520 kg. Here, the first situation, when the prices of wheat were rupees 10 per kg, at that point of time 500 kilograms were demanded in the market. Because of government subsidies, the rate was reduced to rupees 9. As the price is reduced by 1, the quantity demanded increased from 500 to 520 kilograms. So here the change in price is rupees 1 and the change in quantity demanded is 20 kilograms. So this relationship, how much changes is happening, is calculated under elasticity of demand. Here both the situations are, say, related to price. So it is the elasticity of price. So price elasticity of demand we can call it as. In both cases, what we have discussed, we can notice that as the price decreases, the demand is increasing. Hence, the demand for radio and wheat responds for price changes. So these kind of responses may happen with income as well, or with, say, our prices of related goods or the advertisement. Let us look at one example of income. Suppose my income is 10,000 rupees per month. So at that time I may demand, say, 10 kg of wheat in my house. Say if my income is increasing, I may increase the consumption also. So here the changes in income will make impact on changes in the demand. So this is how the elasticity of demand is being seen. In next classes we shall see the various types of elasticity of demand, and then slowly we will move ahead with the problems of elasticity of demand. So with this we shall stop here. Thank you. Good day.